What's going on, everyone? If you don't recognize my voice, I'm RJ Rosaza.
What up, y'all? Big Jesse over here.
Andy Giff.
And we've decided to start our own podcast where we're going to talk about mostly sports, but we're going to try to go off topic. He's gone. 100%.
You still think he's gone?
It's over.
I don't know.
To all you pathetic, delusional fanboy losers.
Wait, did you see the Hulu commercial?
Yeah.
The Hulu commercial. That was about retirement. But they're all delusional. They want to see what they want. It's over. He's going to the Chargers or Raiders. Lock it in. Every great marriage has to come to an end at some point. It's done. I think wherever they run into Philadelphia, if Philly gets it together, they're in some trouble.
We have Philadelphia's number.
That's not true, though. They're 1-3 against them this season.
No, in meaningful situations. Look at the last, we played them twice in the playoffs the last 3 years, 2 years.
We played them the year.
Yeah, but every time we've played them this year, Embiid has just dominated us.
Well,
Embiid dominates us every time.
Embiid is the X factor. Like, if that guy's actually motivated, like when we beat them the night before the Super Bowl, the guy was sitting he was just so unmotivated.
Zero chance the Celtics lose to the Sixers in a playoff series.
That's ridiculous.
No,
it's a bad matchup.
Zero chance.
That's a bad matchup.
I wouldn't
just because of the size. That's the only reason you think it's a bad matchup.
I wouldn't
the
feel
Sixers are not deep.
Philly's got plenty of talent.
Oh yeah, who do they
have?
Simmons
is good.
Besides Simmons and Embiid, name a few players.
Decent. Tobias Harris is good.
So
yeah, it's 4 guys right there.
That's 4 guys.
Good. Do you want me to name more guys?
They're
Richardson.
They're like 6 players deep.
How deep are the Celtics? The
like
Celtics are 7 guys. 7. The cutoff is 7. There are no more than 7 guys deep. You got your core 5, and then Tice Cantor. Those are the only 7 guys. The rest, I'm sorry, are movable bums like Wanamaker. The Celtics do not have a deep bench.
They're deeper than the Sixers, that's for sure.
How so? Only 7 people.
If you just look...
Grant Williams is not a bad piece.
Grant Williams sucks.
He does not suck.
He should not be in your rotation come playoff time. He's a fucking fat Marcus Smart. He's a very poor man's Marcus Smart. All the guy does is rebound. He was 0 for 26 from 3 like 2 months ago. I don't want to see his fat ass on the court at all during the postseason.
Taking everything you've said into account, I'm on the record for saying the Celtics will not lose to the Sixers in a playoff series.
We'll find out.
That's guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to pick, I would pick the Celtics too. At this moment in time, just with how well Tatum has been playing and how well Brown can play.
It's not only
we have without Embiid this season.
You can't look at
without Embiid.
In 2012, the Celtics beat the Heat. In 2011, the Celtics were 3-1 against the Heat in the regular season. They lost in 5 games. It doesn't. Regular season series do not matter when it comes to playoff time.
It does when it's a bad matchup.
It's not a bad matchup.
Yes,
we have Simmons and Embiid's number. We may not have the Sixers
number.
We are their
number.
We are their daddies.
They're too big.
We are their daddies.
All right, we'll find out. I hope the Celtics hang on to that 3 seed and Philly drops to the 6 and Indiana moves to the 5. We're going to find out. And that series, at the very least, is going 7 down to the nail.
It's going 6 at the least.
7.
You can't say it. So you're guaranteeing a 7-game series?
Yeah, 7-game series.
That's fair.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm sure there's a lot of analysts that would agree with you. I just see past all the bullshit. Celtics
all the
in 5
bullshit,
or
is
6.
that the delusion?
It's not delusion.
It is.
Well, I've got the evidence in past playoff series against these guys.
Oh, you can open up.
No.
You can talk to us, buddy.
So I wrote a letter addressed to the fanboys. So this is how it's going to go.
Oh, God.
Let's hear it. A little early for it. Let's hear it.
This is going to be tough. Dear fanboys, over the past year we've had a constant argument about the talent of Jason Tatum. I'm here to say today, I think I'm going to throw up, that I was wrong. Okay? I was wrong.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that last part.
I was wrong.
Okay.
All right? After watching his production the last month or so, I've realized I've lost this battle. The war's not over yet, though. That being said, I refuse to apologize to you people because all you have always done and always will continue to do is overrate your players. So congratulations, you finally got one right. But like I said, I was wrong. You were right. With much hate and anger, RJ, a.k.a. Dick. P.S. Sixers and 7.
South Hadley's own Richie Wierenski right now is playing in the Honda Classic.
Who?
Who?
Yeah, if you've never heard of Richie Wierenski, do you even follow local sports? Because this guy...
Local high school golf?
I don't care
it's
about
not high school golf. This guy's from South Hadley. He's on the PGA Tour.
Yeah, how many times does he miss the cut a year? I don't care that he's on the tour.
He has over $2 million in winnings
good
from
for
golfing.
him.
Anyways, he's 4 strokes back the lead.
Probably a prick.
Going into movement day on the weekend. You want to hear it? You want to hear his odds? This is why I'm bringing it up. He's plus 30,000 to win. That means if you put $100 on Richie Wierenski, the South Hadley native, to win the Honda Classic, mind you, he's only 4 strokes back. It'd pay out $30,000. So you guys want to maybe pull together $35 each, and we'll go in on that?
Hell no! I don't know this asshole. I'm not gonna bet on some douchebag from South Hadley. Listen, Richie,
douchebag from South Hadley. Wait, Andy, what did Andy Gifford say? Douchebag from South Hadley.
I'm sorry, Richie. I'm sure that you're a very nice guy, and I don't mean to be coming at you like this, but for Jesse to be pulling this up right now is
if you're listening,
unwelcome.
Please don't make that bet. Please don't make that bet. Just get
how much of that are you going to cover if it doesn't hit?
I did not say it's a lock of the weekend.
But you brought it up.
I'm just highlighting it because he's grinding. He's from South Hadley.
Well,
he's doing what we all wish we could do professionally.
I'll take a step back. I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, why wouldn't you root for him?
Of course I am.
You could put $10 on Richie Wierenski to win the Honda Classic.
Richie what?
Richie Wierenski.
Might as well wipe it with your ass.
He's probably like 26, 27, 28.
Never heard of it.
He got his tour card maybe 4 years ago.
That's legitimately throwing money away. Throwing it away.
I'm not even recommending it. I'm just highlighting his odds.
You had to bring it up, though.
Yeah, because bring it up. Local guy, why not give him a little airtime?
I don't care about this loser golfer from South
How many
Hadley.
other people from Granby, South Hadley, Chickpea are playing professional sports right now? He might be the only one.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Nobody knows who he is. Do you understand that?
Jesse does.
I know.
Has he ever played on a Saturday or Sunday? I'd really like to know
he
that.
Has.
Or is he done on? He's off on the weekends, right?
So he's actually
He has a PGA win under his belt.
He has a PGA win.
Yes,
you're bringing up
Richie Wierenski. 2 episodes in.
Who cares?
Some bum golfer from South Hadley.
He's not a bum.
He's not a bum if he's playing on the
He's a bum in retrospect to people on the tour.
You want to? Let's hear his career winning. I'm looking up his career winnings here.
At this point, that's the only move you had to make. But the fact that you still had a year left on his deal to see how he would hold up the next season, but you still were just like, well, yeah, whatever. We'll just give him 30 minutes. Dude, it's Dombrowski. Dombrowski comes in, he raids the farm system, he spends all the money, and then he fucking leaves. Yeah, we got a World Series out of it, but...
Why give a guy that fades at the end of each season, can't pitch in the postseason, has arm issues... The contract, by the way, was 5 years, $145 million. Why would you give him that deal when you don't have to? Play out the year. Because guess what? He wouldn't be here.
I agree completely.
He would not be here if they didn't
We
do
didn't
that.
know he was going to get hurt.
We did. All signs pointed to it, though.
Not necessarily.
He's broke down every year. There's a reason they said he had a belly ring infection
Even
during the playoffs in 2018.
What, you think they were lying?
Yes, dude. They just said he had pneumonia like a week ago and he was going to be out. They're protecting this guy because his arm is complete shit.
I still have faith in Chris Sale, and I was totally fine when they gave him that contract.
I don't understand
this guy.
What about now, though? You think it's a good contract?
Well, it depends if he needs Tommy John or not.
He does. He will.
You think he will?
And
so Andy Gifford is 100% sure Chris Sale needs Tommy John.
Yeah.
All right. Well, maybe he will.
They're going to be paying this guy $29 million per until he's almost 35 years old.
He's arguably the best pitcher in the league when he's healthy.
I disagree.
Yeah, there's still probably 3 or 4 guys in front of him.
Like who?
Scherzer.
Because in his 3 years with the Sox, he has a 3 ERA.
What's in the postseason? Do you know that?
I don't know it off the top of my
head.
That's all right. I think that's a coincidence. I think that's a coincidence. I don't think he folds in the postseason like you want it, like the narrative.
Whenever he's been in the postseason, he hasn't been.
What else are you going to go off?
In what? 4 or 5 starts?
He missed and then the
4 or 5 starts.
He's had a few bad postseason starts. So what?
And then he wasn't able to play in the postseason.
Well, he did finish out our season when we won the title.
And then in 2018, he missed the entire month of August and some of September because his arm was fucked. This guy in his ERA, once you get to August, September, it goes down because he's not. People are like, oh, he's a workhorse. Yeah, most workhorses.
He is a workhorse.
No, he's not. A workhorse breaks down at the end of each season.
Pitches a lot of innings. What do you want me to say?
Do you know how many guys can pitch the entire season and go to the playoffs? He can't.
And still perform?
He can't.
I think he can still. And I think if he gets out of this little James Andrews debacle healthy and he does pitch this season, I think he's going to prove everyone wrong. He's going to get back to his ways, regular season dominance, which he has done every year except for last year. He had a tough year, but as did the whole entire Red Sox team. So you want to talk down on Chris Sale for his last year's performance. Talk down on the whole team.
I
talk down on the
management
management
team before.
Yeah, well, we have. Do you value JBJ, and would you trade him?
Yeah.
Would you trade him for an extra arm in the rotation?
Yeah, because I think you could get something for JBJ.
You do.
Granted, I did read today that the Red Sox are going to offer JBJ an extension,
As they should. As they should.
by the deadline at 8 p.m. on Monday or something like that.
Yeah, let's give a guy an extension that's just overrated.
You mean
an overrated outfielder?
A guy who saves runs every single game.
Yep.
How many gold gloves do you have? One? If he's such,
one in 5 years as a starter.
Mookie Betts has more gold gloves than he does.
So it's the name.
What do you mean it's the... Oh,
yeah,
come
and
on.
it's also... Mookie Betts plays in right field. There's a lot of good center fielders out there.
And
I know that might help your argument as well.
Do you know how hard it is
these
to play
voters
right
don't get
field
to watch JBJ every game. He just does amazing things out there.
Field? You put
At Fenway
Park,
Park,
right field.
At Fenway Park, right field is hard to play.
So was playing
I
center
could go out
field
there
at
and play
Fenway,
right
you still
field
have
at
to play
Fenway.
the monster. You have to play that triangle in the back. Dude, JBJ is an outstanding defensive player.
Not saying he's
And
not. He's still overrated when he does in the outfield.
He wins you games.
I'll take a guy that can hit.
He wins you games more with his glove than he
Every
does with his
team
bat.
has players that are going to hit in the low 200s. JBJ, over the last 6 seasons as a starter with the Red Sox, he's averaging a 240 batting average.
I have 236.
237 is what I have. I'm rounding
So
up.
you round it up.
0.003 points.
Let's call it 260 and we're even.
So either way, sorry, 237. He's a 237 hitter over the last 6 seasons. He's gone for 20 homers twice over those years. He's gone for over 60 RBIs 4 times. Number 1 in stolen base percentage in 28. Not to mention he was the 2018 ALCS MVP. Saved us that series against the Astros. Where
Did not save us the series. We
He
beat
was
them in
clutch in
5
that
games.
series.
Yeah,
though. He was
And they
big.
were
yeah, but it was
cheating, and
in
they were
big.
cheating.
It was in a
And
big
they were
spot.
cheating.
So
Yeah,
were
so
the
that's even
Astros,
more
though.
props to
So were the
JBJ.
Astros.
But they were cheating? That's the only reason he hit well?
So were the
No,
Astros.
no, the Red
The
Sox
Astros
were cheating in that.
Oh, so who was
Everybody
cheating?
was cheating.
Who was cheating harder? Who's getting the hammer down?
That's
We
the
were
only reason
better
he
at
could actually
cheating
hit
in
the
that
ball.
series.
My point is, every lineup in the MLB is going to have not just one player who is hitting low 200s. Most of them have multiple players who's hitting 200, low
Guys that make
200s.
$11 million a year.
So if you think JBJ is so bad with making $11 million a year, who the hell is going to trade for JBJ and give up anything relevant for pitching for JBJ?
I'm sure there's some
if
idiots that overrate him just
if
like
he's
you
so
do.
bad,
Oh, 'cause he's so,
who are we
I'm
going to
sure
get?
that-
Another?
I'm sure there's a couple idiots out there that aren't as smart
Who
as
are
me.
you going to get? Another Rick
that think he's
Porcello?
so flashy. I would take Rick Porcello back at this point because you have nobody that can pitch innings.
JBJ is a staple of our outfield,
Yeah.
and I hope they extend him.
$11 million a year,
I
which
side
is
with
chump
you
change.
on this one, Jesse.
Which is,
Thank you.
No, it's
Siding
not
with
chump
you.
change. There's 750 players in the league. He's the 122nd highest paid player.
Perfect.
For a guy that hits 236 and that you like to say, oh, he's a great... He's got 1 gold
237.
glove.
4-tool player.
You like to overrate all
4-tool
the...
player, and he hits in big spots.
I don't give a fuck what he does running the bases. I know you like to overrate all
He's
the
got
role
a cannon
players.
for an arm. He's the best center fielder defensively in the league, in my opinion.
Hitting the... He's the what?
Best defensive center fielder in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah, but he's got 1 gold glove
Yeah,
to show for it. That
as
makes
of
no
2018.
sense.
So he won one in 2018.
Name the
So he didn't win one last year.
Okay.
So who's the best center fielder?
I don't know. It's Mike Trout wins a bunch of gold gloves too. And he
Michael
can actually hit the
Jordan
ball at the
doesn't
plate.
win MVP every year. LeBron doesn't win MVP every year. Doesn't
Oh,
mean
so
they're
now
not the
we're-
best player in the
now
league.
We're comparing JBJ.
Well,
to-
I'm comparing
to
their award
situations
status.
from a different sport with LeBron and Michael Jordan.
Okay.
You overrate him. I'm not saying he's a bad outfielder. He's a very good outfielder. But to say he's the best center fielder in the league is
I said
insane.
he's the best defensive
Same
center
thing. I know
fielder
that's
in the
what you
league.
meant. Best defensive center fielder in the league is ridiculous.
Well,
because if that was true, he'd have more than 1 gold glove, right? So
Well,
how come he's not winning it every single year?
He's
not
he
even
was,
close.
He
He's
was
got
very
one.
unknown
He just
before
finally
20.
got
He was
one.
very
He just
unknown before he
finally
won it
got
in
one.
2018. He won it in 2018.
He's 30 years old and
I'm
he's
sure
got
someone.
one.
So what? He's been starting for the Red Sox for 5 seasons.
And he's got one, and you just said he's the best center fielder in the league.
There's a lot of
defensively.
established names before he got his name out there. There's a lot of voters that are voting.
The guy they just brought in, Kevin Pillar, is probably almost just as good as a defensive outfielder. And I get...
Man,
and
that
I
would
bet if
fit
you
your
watched
narrative,
him,
but it doesn't.
I bet if you watched him every single day like you've watched JBJ, you would also overrate him and say he's better than JBJ. Just because you watch him every day
I don't
and he
think
plays
I
for your
would.
team. I know, you overrate the role
regardless
players,
if I overrate him or not, hell no, I wouldn't trade him for some fucking pitcher. Oh, excuse my language. I wouldn't trade him for.
You can swear.
I wouldn't trade him.
So we talked about it a couple weeks ago. I think we all said some things maybe we regret, especially me saying, quote unquote, that thing can't touch me. So Rudy Gobert obviously was making a lot of jokes about it, and it came back to bite him in the ass. So my throat has been bothering me a little bit driving around, and I'm like,
you gonna get out in front of it and repent?
I don't know what that means. Oh, you mean like I apologize for what I said a couple of weeks ago.
Thank you.
So like karma gods, please leave me alone. I'm not trying to get the coronavirus.
Hey, speaking of Rudy Gobert, I saw a video on Twitter yesterday, and it was Rudy Gobert at the free throw line. You know how they quarantined their last 5 teams?
Yeah,
like the
Celtics being one of them.
So they were playing the Raptors. It was maybe like a week ago tops. Gobert shoots a free throw, and then Ibaka grabs the ball and kisses it, and then hands it to the official.
That's disgusting.
Yikes, Surge.
So,
you imagine if he played.
Surge.
If he played last night, can you imagine how many people he might have infected?
He wasn't even at the arena, was he?
No, I'm saying maybe he never wasn't showing symptoms for
it. Well,
yet.
yeah, if they continued the game, because remember what our buddy Shane was saying, how the you have it a week before your symptoms start showing up.
It's like 2 to 5 days. What? You guys can talk to
doctor. So you're a doctor.
Hey,
yeah.
Dr. Gifford.
I was a doctor last episode.
There, and that's just because they are what I thought they were. They're not contenders. So this is nothing new for me. I knew they weren't legit, so this isn't alarming to me. This is who I knew the team was. They're not real contenders. They're not getting past the second round, if there even is one. So that's how I feel about it.
You don't even believe in what you're saying.
Yes, I do. They're not making it past the second round.
On your face.
Really? Yeah. Well, they can't see my face. They're not making it past the second round. I stand by that. If they fall, they could easily fall to the 4 seed. If we ever get to see basketball again. Team, I know this is going to be hard for you to think about. If Brady does leave, where do you want to see him go?
I think I just said Tampa, but if I had to
Tampa? Why do you want to go to Tampa?
I would like to see him with those wide receivers. You know, have a little infatuation for...
You like Bruce Arians?
No,
Mike Evans. Mike Evans.
I like Mike Evans. I'm also a James Winston guy. But I guess...
Floor for a couple of minutes?
Yeah, by all means, Dick, you deserve it.
So, everyone told me... Yep. You're an idiot. Brady's not leaving. I want all you pathetic, delusional fanboy losers to bend the knee.
I was hoping. Listen. I'm not going to bend the knee because I didn't rule it out of the realm of possibility.
You're not a fanboy, but Peter to my right,
it is kind of funny.
Jesse.
It is kind of funny that while Jesse's on his rehab vacation in the Virgin Islands, that we did bring in another fanboy to fill in for the time being.
You think I did that by accident?
No fanboys over here.
Great timing, Jesse, by the way. Right when you know that I was going to be right that you go out of country.
Yeah, I don't think I could look you in the face after this one.
So, everybody told me, Brady's not leaving. He doesn't care about money. Belichick's going to cave. He's going to give him what he wants. Kraft is going to step in. Wrong, and wrong. I called it 4 months ago. I told everybody, and it was right there in front of you, but nobody wanted to believe it. Not a single person.
Actually, Seth Wickersham.
Package.
So, yeah, I mean, for every American to at least get $1,000, that's huge. And
what are you going to do with your $1,000? Seriously.
So, I think the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go balls out at a Taco Bell. And I want to do that for a long time. I think I'm just going to go in.
How much?
I think I'll take
$50?
No, I might go more than that.
Why would you need $1,000 for the government to go in for $50 at Taco Bell? You can't just do that now?
No, because
it's extra spending.
I couldn't do that and feel good about myself because then I'd be
you'd feel good about eating $50 of Taco Bell.
But maybe I'd give it out to somebody too. Hey, you asked me the question. This is my dream. What I would do.
I thought maybe I'd hear something better.
I will be honest. Some part of it I kind of would want to give it to somebody that I feel like really needs it. I don't know if I do need it.
No, every American is getting at least $1,000.
What about the homeless guy in the street?
Yeah, people who are working Americans.
What kind of great feeling would it be if I went up to some homeless guy in Springfield and handed him a G-bar? That'd be the greatest feeling in life.
Would it?
Also, but
and then he goes to spend it on crack.
Yeah, how much heroin can $1,000 buy?
Oh God!
You'd be setting that guy up for like a lifetime.
He can do it for whatever he wants to do with that $1,000 money. Edelman versus Welker. Both slot receivers. Who's the better player? Who's had the better career?
The better route runner and the more talented receiver is Wes Welker.
So we'll say the better career. Who's had the better career then?
I think it's pretty clear. The one with 3 rings has had the better career. He's been the best. Welker. He's been the best receiver on each of those 3 championship teams.
How is it Welker?
I think Gronk.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
totally.
but he's a tight end, so I get what you're saying.
No, but
they're probably the best pure receiver.
Sure, yeah.
Maybe not in those playoff runs, so you could make the argument that Danny Amendola was a better receiver in those playoff runs.
I'd say it's...
I mean...
I would have to bring up the numbers. Either way...
Edelman took home MVP honors in the Atlanta game.
No, I know. Yeah, that's true. The latest one.
Well,
Welker's got 300 plus more receptions, 3,000 more yards, 14 more touchdowns. He destroys them in every single stat.
The offense ran differently.
Is that over?
Around.
Yeah, the offense was more high powered.
They were throwing the ball almost every play because they had Lawrence Murray in the backfield. So yes, his numbers blow Edelman's out of the water. There's no debating that. One, Edelman still has a little time in the tank, so that gap's going to be shortened. And two,
hardly.
I think they're a little skewed because of what I was saying. Because I was just saying, the offense was a passing.
Yeah, they were high powered in 08 to 11, 12.
Yeah.
Well,
even after that,
was
Welker was still around with a little bit of. Or actually, no, he wasn't there when they went to the Super Bowl with Hernandez, was he?
No, he was there.
Yeah,
that was when he dropped the pass.
Yeah. That's what I was going to bring up. So one of the factors here that I have going in Edelman's direction is just like big play / clutchness. I mean, everyone knows Edelman. So you got one who has the infamous Super Bowl drop and one that has the infamous Super Bowl catch.
I think if he didn't have that drop, we would be having more of a conversation right now, and you guys would be more
because
in tune
if he
to
didn't have that
me.
drop, then you would also have,
I'm not
because
even,
if he didn't have that drop, you would also have a ring right now.
I'm hardly
potentially.
I'm
Yeah,
hardly,
no, yeah,
I'm hardly even taking the drop into consideration. I'm not going to define a player's career based on one.
Okay, I respect that.
One play.
That's not.
No, I know you're not completely.
But
he definitely
have
gets
drops.
a lot of shit. People hate on Welker big time and don't really realize how good of a player he was. For us.
And I
and
think
it sucks that he had to drop that pass because he was a good Patriot. And
sure-handed, and it was a tough ball to catch too. Don't get me wrong.
He should have caught it. He should have caught it.
And
absolutely.
he could have even played longer if it wasn't for all his concussions.
Yeah, he was fucked up
and being addicted to ecstasy.
Oh, I did not know
that either.
He wasn't addicted, but he was caught like doing Molly. At
really? No shit. What's Molly?
I'll tell you about it later.
Edelman had a huge drop this past postseason against Tennessee on 4th down. He lost them the game.
That game was lost already.
No, the game was there to be won. There was like 2 minutes left in the game, and you drop it on 4th down. What do you mean, The season... he cost them the season.
All right.
Yes, he did.
You're taking your side. He did
I'm
not
not.
cost
if
them
it's
the
4th
season.
down in a playoff game with a few minutes left, and
it was
down,
it was
and
a tough drop, but they shouldn't have... It's not his fault they were even in that situation.
All right, you're building...
Okay, so you could say the same thing for Welker. It's not his fault they were in that situation.
I guess you could, but...
You're building an all-time Patriot team. Who would you pick at slot? Which one would you take?
Welker.
I mean, it's tough. Edelman does a lot more of the things that don't get seen in games or on the stat sheets. He's more physical. He's a better blocker. He does more on the special teams. Granted, Welker was a little wizard back there returning punts. They're probably a push when it comes to special teams.
I think I might lean Welker if I'm building an all-time team with that.
Yeah, because on paper Welker looks better, but when it comes down to who's going to do the winning plays, who's going to lay down that game-winning block.
Who's going to ignore the league rules and just shoot up?
Yeah, that's
both
tough.
have shot up though.
Yeah,
suspensions. Yeah, Edelman got one when he was on Denver, and then obviously
Welker got one when he was
on
Denver.
I've argued too long on behalf of Edelman being the better Patriot to choose Welker for an all-time team. So I would pick.
I think there's been some serious.
I'm looking that up right now.
Alien activity.
What, are there aliens?
here. Yeah, Google will give you the answer.
Aliens, real or not?
So, there's been a couple of UFO sightings in Massachusetts recently. There was one March 8th in Plymouth County. It was on Barstool. It looked like a UFO or something to me. And then recently my boss at work showed me a picture right at his house in Ludlow by Westover of something in the sky that was definitely not a planet. So, I think that there's some real alien activity going on in this. And
if you can find the video,
right there.
If you can find the video, send it to me. Look at this is a list of all
sightings or potential sightings
in Mass too. Is that all?
This is all Massachusetts.
I'm telling
There's been like
I live right near that airport I live right near the base, and growing up, there's definitely been some like things where you're just looking and scratching your head or noises you hear.
Well, a lot of conspiracy theorists think that the Air Force has this, like UFOs has. So what my boss saw could have been Westover trying out one of their UFO things. I don't think it's that crazy to say. And I think we got to break into that base one of these times and really try and look. I want to find out. No, yeah, I don't think I should have been.
We're joking.
Yeah, I'm not breaking into Westover. That's not going to happen.
But I don't know.
They'd shoot you on sight.
Probably.
Especially if you saw the aliens. They wouldn't let you.
Our time of spoiled Boston winning is coming to an end, boys. I'm sorry to say.
Well, it's
the way it has been.
Listen, I understand it's Title Town, but like,
if we could win 3 or 4 in the next 10 years.
I think we have to curb our expectations a little bit.
You want to hear my thing? So I'm saying no team is going to dominate their decade, meaning I don't think they're going to win more than one title. Maybe they'll have great success over the decade. They
won't get that second ring.
But my bold prediction is I think each of the 4 major franchises is actually going to win a title in 2020 through 2030. Yeah, I think the Celtics.
Really? You think you're going to get one out of each?
I do.
That didn't happen. It hasn't happened yet either.
Yeah, I just...
In one decade?
The way it's all building up and happening, I could see the Bruins getting one early.
Oh, well then,
the Sox and Celtics have time, and the Patriots are going to get one this decade. They really are.
If that hasn't happened...
In Belichick's swan
He's going to get one more. Yeah. He's going to get one
Belichick?
I do think so.
Wouldn't count on it.
You really are that down? Why don't you just... You got to look at Buffalo's Bills fucking jersey on.
Yeah, I'm Bills Mafia, dude.
Yeah, you're probably a little Josh Allen.
Yeah, I'm thinking about fucking breaking this table.
You don't think Belichick
break the mic?
I think Belichick will get one more before he retires.
I don't.
Talking championships, what championship bothers you the most that you feel like Boston that we could have had?
So the criteria for this is not. It doesn't have to be they made it to the championship.
Yeah, it does. It should.
No, it doesn't.
It should.
We're saying
that doesn't make any sense.
So we're gonna change the criteria on it.
Yeah, I will.
Not
right
to
fucking
you,
now.
not to yours. That doesn't make.
I
any
don't
sense.
understand how that makes any sense.
We're saying championship opportunities. So
by
they could
that
have
logic,
in conference finals and been a play away.
That's so cheap.
Okay, so you don't think
so
that
cheap.
when the Patriots lost in 06 to Indy in the AFC Championship game, they would have gone on to Chicago and they would have beat the Bears. So that's not getting left on the table.
Okay, fine. That might be the one exception.
Okay, well,
outside of that, it's like, oh, well, if every team just did a little bit better and they made it to the championship, then they could have won. That's fucking cheap.
Hey, that's the only one that I have, too, that wasn't in the championships. I don't know why you're getting all heated about it. You almost had a stroke a second ago. You going to have another one? Tone it down.
So I guess I could say...
Damn it.
Honestly, this is the team out of... So maybe the Red Sox are least important to me. No, Bruins are probably in the pecking order last when it comes to Boston teams.
You're a basketball guy.
But I will say, the championship... So I'll go by Andy's criteria. They have to be in the title game.
Thank you.
The championship that bothers me the most is when me and RJ linked up in the Cape in 2019. We got together for Game 7 of the Bruins and in St. Louis, and they just blew it on. They blew it. No, I knew the name.
That one.
And
hurt.
they blew
that
it.
One hurt.
They blew it.
We had a chance to win 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
And the Bruins blew it on home.
Me and RJ were just
I spent like $70
I would have bet my life savings that they were going to win that game.
Dude, I mean, at least
thank God my life savings was only like $130.
That first goal went in. And then, the second one right at the end of the first period because Marchand didn't stay on the ice. And I just think even after the first one, like the oxygen got sucked out of that place and you're playing like tight booty hole.
Yeah.
Like you're playing nervous. You're playing scared.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it was
in the garden. The cup was there. We need that. They needed that second.
How is it that after 20 years you're like, okay, now I'm done? You know what I mean?
Probably
like, how do you
because
put up
he
with
is
him for 20 years?
Clock. Winding down,
I think there was a lot of pressure from the wife. I think Brady has been a changed man from
Giselle?
Well, you think she wanted to go live in the warm weather?
I just think that she,
I do think that.
I don't think she liked
Brazil?
I do not think she liked Massachusetts whatsoever.
Yeah, maybe Benny wanted to go down there too.
Benny wanted to be closer to Disney World.
Brady, he's turned into he's a weirdo.
He's a weirdo. Sorry. He's always been a weirdo.
I don't think I talked to you about this, but do you find it weird? On his Instagram story last week, he posted a video, I'm going to go there, of like his daughter. I don't know how old his daughter is, like 8.
And she's younger than 8. I think she's like 5, 6.
Yeah. Okay.
But with no shirt on, jumping into the pool. Isn't that kind of weird as a celebrity to put that on social media?
No, it's not.
How is it not?
I shook my head at
If she's like 8 or 9, then maybe. But if she's like a 5-year-old little
I think
girl,
she's older than 5.
Shut up.
What do you mean? Dude, it's weird. You're a celebrity and you're posting that shit on Instagram. And then
what?
And then Giselle, I swear.
Fucking little girl.
Okay, you're trying to make it weird now. It doesn't have
You
to be
made it weird.
No, I'm
You
just
fucking
pointing out
weirdo.
something I saw that seemed a little weird. I'm not. He toned down one of his sons.
He's nitpicking.
No, I'm not. All right. But
For fuck's sake.
and then Giselle posted an Instagram picture like that same day of her, Benny, and whatever the girls.
And she
Vivi.
was topless?
Yes.
Wait, Giselle was?
Yeah, I believe
really?
in the picture she looked like she had no top on
Oh,
in the
stop
picture.
it.
I'm not
You're
making
being-
this
you're
up. I will get the picture.
That's
up
where you were
after-
going with that? I thought you were going
Yes.
to say she was not the. Oh my god, I can't even talk.
No, you're good.
Never mind.
But
Well, whatever, RJ. I mean, the human body is a very natural thing.
my main point is, she's just earthy, crunchy.
They are
she's
fucking
turned
weird,
Brady.
man.
Brady came
I
in.
like Brady for his weirdness. I was
Yeah.
starting to appreciate
well,
that weird
you're
side of
You're
him.
a hippie yourself, you know?
Thank you. You're
came
more
in-
of a hippie, but that's a different story.
But just because I don't shower every day, I'm a hippie?
Came in holding hands with Oprah. This guy went on Oprah, and they were
was
holding
awesome.
hands. That was awesome.
Wait,
He's talking
Brady-
about-
You didn't get
Brady-
the goosebumps when he was walking down the aisle with Oprah?
Brady
holding-
No, I
walks
can't
down
say I
an
got any
aisle
type of
holding,
chills.
holding hands with Oprah?
Yeah, before an interview.
And then she asked
When
him
was
about,
this?
like 2 years ago, and she asked him
We'll
about Bill
play a clip.
Belichick, and she said like Bill Belichick, and he was like, I love him, like talking about Bill Belichick, and
he was talking very soft. There's a lot of,
He
Feminine
doesn't
people
even
in the
seem
room.
like a real person.
Peyton
Like,
Manning more relatable than him. At
I
this
love
rate.
Peyton. I think Peyton Manning's hilarious.
Everybody plays in Los Angeles, and it's something like that. Do you put an asterisk? I can't say that word either. Asterisk. Or
Asterisk.
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 Right? It's an X at the end, isn't it?
No, it's a SK.
Asterisk.
Do you put that?
Asterisk.
Yeah, that's it.
What?
I can't say either. So
ASTERISK.
LeBron football debate. Me and Jesse got into a little rift
A little
on Twitter about that a
argument.
couple weeks ago.
Did you? I didn't see that.
So how about we let you start it off? How do you feel about that, Andy? You think you could have start with the first? Do you think you could have made a career?
Yes,
Out
I
of
think.
football?
I think
over,
he
over
would.
basketball.
Well, you told me earlier that he was
Ohio
All-State.
State Player of the
Oh,
Year.
so you were pushing for him to be
Junior
on
year.
your side.
Might have been buttering him up. No,
yeah,
we had a long car ride. We
doing.
had a long car ride. So
Yeah, come
It
on.
was not
You don't think so?
calculated.
I think
No.
he would be. I think
It was
he'd be.
not
I think he'd be a stud.
No, not me.
Why? What about LeBron being just like an absolute specimen of an athlete would make you think that he couldn't figure out how to catch a ball
So
or run routes?
Are we just going to start saying that with every professional athlete now? They can just make this transition just like that? I'm not
Some
ready
of
to go there.
Yeah,
I'm not
Tebow-
going
the
there.
proof
Tebow
is in
did
the
it.
pudding, though.
Who?
With LeBron,
What?
he was gonna go D1 college out of high school.
I don't see with him.
Jimmy Graham was
He
a
had
good-
offers from
good
Ohio State
basketball
and
player.
Michigan.
I think
the two
that-
powerhouses. I feel like you started on that side and you don't even really believe it.
No, I'll die on this hill. I will never say that LeBron could go play football. Because
you don't think he could at least make it into the league? Like maybe not like a standout player, but
I mean, like right now, I'm sure a team would give him an opportunity just strictly on his name. But back then, like maybe he could have played
Had he
D1
chosen.
football. But I'm sure there's plenty of D1 football players that don't make it to the league.
Yeah, but 6'8",
Yeah, but they're also-
250-pound wide receivers are
Yeah.
on 4'6".
Something about him, he just reeks
You
pussy
just
of
think
me.
he's built different.
he just reeks pussy.
Yeah, and
cut
I don't
from
think
a-
he can make the move to football. I
cut
just
from the
think.
wrong
I mean,
cloth.
I don't think he could. I don't think he'd make it into the league. I think he's soft. He cramps up easy. I just listen. I will never. Hey.
Wait, say what you wanted to say. I will never. I what? I think I heard a word with an H. It sounded like you were going to say I hate.
I will never what?
You were about to say like, I will never, and then you stopped yourself and you're like I hate, but you didn't really say
Say
hate.
it. You hate him, don't you?
No, I do hate LeBron. I was literally going to say that. Yes, potentially my bias of hatred towards LeBron is clouding my vision, but I'm fine with that. And I think this guy has worn a LeBron jersey before. So I know people think I'm like some anti-Celtics fan. I will never put on a LeBron jersey.
We should reach out and try to get Tatum on.
I mean, for a video call, maybe Smart would do it. I don't think Tatum might be too cool for that.
I mean, I've thought about potentially trying to get somebody to come on, but I don't know how to even contact any of them.
You gotta tweet. You gotta add them or slide in their DMs.
Well, can you slide in somebody's DMs that doesn't follow
some of
you?
them. Well,
you go to jasontatum.com.
You think he has a website?
There's a link right there.
And he has contact information.
Schedule an interview.
All right, I'll do it this week.
Okay.
And I'll
You'll go off on him.
No,
on
message
phone,
it
on
like
the
I'm
phone?
Jesse. Like, hey, huge fan of you for a long time, big fanboy.
You should you should maybe like spell some words wrong, so like he might think you're like, kind of stupid.
That's a good idea.
So he'll feel
Like-
bad for RJ, and maybe he'll come on our show.
Yeah, I mean that's wrong, but hey,
That would be
Or-
so wrong.
yeah.
I will
I'm
do
kidding.
anything to get the ratings up, anything to get the audience up. I don't care what I have to do, and I mean anything.
Yeah, I mean, I'll fake my death and say that the only thing I ever wanted was to interview Jason Tatum, and you guys could do it in my legacy.
That would be national news.
I'd be like right around the corner, like peeking in.
He's like, wait,
Act like
who's
you're-
that right
What
there?
the fuck?
That looks like the kid right here in the
Andy-
picture.
Andy's like, he's a Make-A-Wish kid. That's wrong.
There's just commit to no order
All
or
right,
order.
fine, no order.
Okay.
Number 10, I have Kevin Garnett.
Okay, that's interesting.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Just go on.
Trendsetter. That's fine. It's
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 I'm
out
all
there.
for a hot take.
I like that. Yeah, it's
Go
a hot
for it.
take.
I'm all
Kevin
for a hot
Garnett,
take.
Okay.
I have at 10. I have Tim.
So it is in order.
I have Tim Duncan at 9.
Okay.
I have Wilt at number 8.
Oh, I did forget Wilt, so that's a good one.
I have Kareem at 7. Bill Russell at 6.
I also had Russell. Yeah.
Shaq at 5. Kobe 4. Larry Bird 3. Magic
that.
2. Michael 1.
Wait,
It's
where's
always good.
LeBron?
I don't have LeBron on there.
Ooh, I love that. And he's got a real hot take. He's got no LeBron in his top 10. KG's in there. And he has Magic.
I mean, LeBron probably deserves to be in there, but
He has Matt, though.
this again was probably in no particular order.
He has the can't score Magic Johnson in
I
number
respect
2.
that's something I would do.
What?
Is not put LeBron in
Yeah,
the top
yeah.
10.
I fucking hate LeBron. Going off of your little story there,
Yeah.
when I was watching the Super Bowl here at my place.
Which one?
I don't think you guys were here.
The Colts Bears?
No, it
Oh.
was
Denver Broncos Panthers?
it was the Atlanta Super Bowl.
Oh, okay.
It was against Atlanta, and I had my buddy Craig over, and even after halftime, when they were down 21-3 at half, I think Craig was sitting there, and he's a huge Jets fan. He
Yeah.
hates the Patriots. Hates Tom.
I knew it wasn't over, too.
And
But
and,
continue.
and he even
did.
admitted like, you guys still have Tom Brady. I'm like, and everybody was like, fuck off, Craig. Like, you can't even say that shit because like,
What do I call those type of people, and him too? Liars.
I was just sitting there calculating how much time do they have to score, make a stop, score, make a stop.
all I'm saying,
You're
all I'm
full.
saying,
You knew
I'm-
deep down the game was over.
I did not.
You're lying to yourself.
I reserved hope. I'm not going to say I thought we were going to win, but I knew there was a chance.
28-3.
I knew there was a chance. We'll leave
You-
that
you
conversation
thought it was
at
over?
that.
I don't believe you, but
That's
you
fine.
thought it was over?
yeah, when it was 28-3, I'm sitting on the couch.
I'm
and
not.
The game's
I'm not
over.
even lying, Dick. I still.
I reserved
still
hope.
held on to hope.
Well, fanboys, not a fanboy.
Well, wait,
Wasn't
where,
a-
did,
it was-
where did it get us, and where did it get you?
It's
Fake-
half
fake
glass
optimism.
full, half glass empty.
It's
That's
called
just
fake
who we are.
optimism.
It's
called
not fake
Yes,
optimism.
that
No,
is
it's
what
real.
it is.
No, because it worked out.
It's real optimism.
It worked out, right? We won that
God
fucking
damn
game,
it.
didn't we?
God
Yeah.
damn it, pour me a shot. No, I'm kidding.
You're sitting over there like, oh, it's over. Oh, we'll never win this game. Oh, I fucking hate everything about Boston sports.
Do you really think I say that when I'm watching my team
that's
lose in
literally
the fucking
what.
Super
like
Bowl?
every time you say anything about it, like
Hey,
that's all
hey,
I fucking hear.
How did I act when the Patriots lost to the Titans when we were here? I act like a belligerent moron.
Yeah, he
I
was
was the
pissed.
maddest out of
Okay, all
everybody,
I'm saying-
but I don't care.
So you didn't have a shred
didn't
of
say
hope
that,
that the
by the way.
Patriots were going to win that game.
Against the Falcons.
Yeah.
No, I thought the game was over. And I think
Oh.
everybody else
You're a
said you're
douchebag.
lying.
You're a douchebag.
You're
No,
lying
we're
to
not
yourself.
lying.
You guys are both
We're not
lying
lying.
to yourself.
I
making-
literally said at halftime, I was like, we have a chance. The game's not over.
No,
It's
that's
not
what you
over.
said. Everyone was sitting there all quiet. You're like, no, guys, it's not over yet. In your head, you're like, oh.
Yeah, exactly.
In your
Make
head, it's
fun
like,
of
it's
us
over.
for it.
In your head,
Yeah,
it's
oh,
over.
Oh,
It's
not
over.
over. It's not over. It's not over. Right. And
In your
guess
head,
what?
you were saying it's over.
No, we weren't. I wasn't. I still held on to that little shred of hope. And you know what? It fucking came through.
Yep, fake optimism.
Fuck you.
So, as of Sunday night, Cam Newton's a New England Patriot. What were your initial reactions to this happening?
Excitement, happiness. I mean, he's hungry. He's been out of the league for.
So
Well, he
he-
didn't play last year. He was hurt,
I think he
right?
played 1 or 2 games, but he was
Right.
hurt when he was playing.
And I mean, everyone knew that he was going to be leaving Carolina. They didn't really want him anymore. I think he's hungry. I think he's a perfect fit for what we need right now. You know, an established quarterback. I'm super happy.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
1 year
I mean-
prove it deal.
which is fine.
Well, no, that's
Yeah.
good. That means he's going to have that initiative. He wants to go get paid next
Yeah.
year, and I think it's $1 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
And it's 7.5 for incentives, but it's a win-win.
He's
for
going to
us.
play hard. He's been talking about earning his respect, how people have been sleeping on him. He's got a big chip on his shoulder.
Have you seen those hype videos?
Yeah,
Those-
they're better than the TV Times.
I had a
videos.
little movement watching that first one that he
Yeah.
dropped.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
absolutely.
was shocked. I didn't see it coming. And I think it's just it makes training camp way more exciting because I do think there's going to be some competition at the quarterback position.
Yeah, I mean there has to be,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my initial reaction was the same. Like, I was excited to hear that, and
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing him as our quarterback. But at the same time, like, let's not forget that in Cam Newton's, I think, like, last 8 starts, he was
0-8.
He was abysmal.
0-8 in
was
his last 8
bad.
starts.
So if he's healthy, if he's actually healthy, then I think that, you know, I mean, if Cam can do what he's capable of doing, then that's what you should be excited for. But I still think that, like, that job is still up for the taking. Although I say that even though he has an incentive-laden contract. So the fact that his contract is, you know, based on incentives makes me feel like Bill
They're bringing
really
him in to be
believes
the starter.
He's gonna be the starter for the season. So
Well, it's a good point to bring up because I think the signing is being a little overrated because I think, like you said, I think he's been in this league for 9 seasons. He has 3 winning seasons. He's not a very accurate passer.
yeah.
Yeah,
Which is why if they're going to bring him in here,
the offense is going to change a little bit.
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It should be more of the offense adjusting to him rather than him having to learn the offense. Before we get out of here, it's just something off topic I want to say.
Yeah, let's hear it.
We must stop the porn bots on Instagram. I can't do it with them anymore. Every time I
click on him every time. Like when
Dude.
a girl's like, "Is my ass really this big?"
You're like,
I'm
whoa,
like-
well, I'd love to tell you.
I'm like, "Well, yeah, let me do my part and answer that right for you."
I see it all the time, and it's like, I'm too cute to be working. Click the link. And I'm just like, and I'll be like, shut up, bitch, on there, like, as a
In the
joke.
comment thread.
Yeah. 'Cause
You
I'm
have to
like-
click on it, you're like, why didn't RJ say shut up,
Did
bitch?
the bot police ever do anything about that? Because I used to see that people would tag bot police under those comments all the time. And I wonder, like,
I don't know
they
what's
just
going on.
report
They're,
those
they're
pages?
running rampant on Instagram, and all
It's
these
so
times,
bad. 'Cause I go through Instagram for the comments half the fucking time.
Yeah, comments.
And I have to, like,
comment bars
the
are awesome.
second I open the comments, I just scroll down immediately because I know that, like, most of them are, like, sitting at the top. Yeah. Good point, RJ.
recently,
With all that's going on in this country,
the last thing we need is porn bots.
Yeah.
When I go on Instagram, you know, if someone's trying to request message you,
Yeah.
and it's these weird fucking group messages.
Yeah.
And they're like porn bots. And they're like, hey, I'm live here. I'm like,
I don't even
I
know
don't
who you
know.
are.
how do you feel about Gordon Hayward leaving the bubble for the birth of his 4th kid?
Jesse, certified simp or what?
Oh, can I take it? Yeah. Simp. The baby is due in September. In September is most likely going to be either the Eastern Conference Finals or the Finals.
What a simp, dude.
If you're telling me he's going to leave, he's just going to go. If they're in the Eastern Conference Finals or the championship, he's for his 4th kid.
Have they done a
Sorry.
gender reveal yet?
It's one thing if
It's a
it's
boy.
like
It's a boy. He got
boy?
lucky.
it's one thing if it's like the first or the second, maybe even the third. But
4th? And there's a championship on the line?
good luck, Robin. I gotta win a title.
That's what I'd say, and I'm sorry if she
But
thinks-
he's still not as much of a simp as one of my co-hosts here. I won't say which one,
Who?
but no, but that's a
not
different
very nice to say
discussion.
about RJ.
Yeah, how would you do that to me like that?
Yeah,
No, my thing is though, if she is like holding that to him, like I need you there for the pregnancy, I'm gonna go there. She's a bitch.
no, I'm just joking.
She's a bitch.
He should be there
No,
for the birth
no.
of a child.
Oh, now you sound like a simp, dude.
Okay.
Basically, if you don't,
Spoken like
if
a
you
true
don't-
simp.
If
over
I hear the
here.
word simp one more time, the episode name is gonna be simp.
It should, man. Maybe it should be.
if you don't go home and tell your girlfriend she's a fat, worthless piece of shit who takes up way too much
horrible.
space, you're a simp.
Robin is a beautiful human being,
If you can't tell, there's a lot of
Wow,
tension
you
between
sound
Andy
like
and
a
Jesse
simp,
tonight.
dude.
and
Are you simping for Gordo's wife
sounds like
right
you're
now?
trying to cover for your simping over here by
I'm not-
calling Gordon
No,
Hayward
see,
a
I don't
simp.
think you know what it's. I don't know. I think you don't know what simp means.
Oh, I don't know what simp means. You kidding me?
So to air out the beef, Jesse thinks Andy's a simp. And I don't think Andy's happy with Jesse showing
Because
up late tonight.
I didn't go golfing and show up at 10 o'clock tonight.
I had money to win, and I wasn't playing with my girlfriend. So if I was,
Oh
maybe you
my
could
God.
call me a simp. But I wasn't playing with my girlfriend. So
Didn't ditch.
wait,
to hang out with my
girlfriend or friend?
Didn't
That's a
not
girl.
go golfing to hang out with my girlfriend. Didn't go golfing because we had plans to record a podcast.
Are you guys
tonight.
FBO or?
No, we're not actually. She just added me on Facebook yesterday.
All right, well, I'll give you a pass.
So you said something about takeout. So say you could sneak something in takeout. What would your takeout food be? Like anything. Like it could be fast food.
No. How about it just has to be like convenient or fast food? Like anything from a fast food pizza, like a Domino's, Papagino's, to like a McDonald's, Burger King. Nothing like you're not ordering like Red Robin or Texas Roadhouse to your place.
It would be like a cheeseburger Eddie thing from Longest Yard, where he like sneaks me like a couple McDoubles.
A couple McDoubles, maybe you get a small fry from his
no,
butt crack.
I mean, all I would need is a Big Mac. Yeah, pulls out.
If I had to, honestly, I've been craving pizza lately. I would probably do like a nice, simple cheese pizza from Domino's with some cheesy bread and extra marinara to dip my crust in.
I go with some type of Taco Bell with a Baja Blast.
Yeah,
Give
you
me
love
some
your
Mountain
Baja
Dew.
Blast.
I do.
RJ's known. We call him
Or
RJ
Chinese.
Baja
I'm always
Razaza.
down to just
Baja
eat a
Razaza.
gross amount.
Another guy that I think is just vastly overrated by Red Sox fans is Andrew Benintendi, who is hitting a...
Okay, but do you think that's why the Red Sox suck? Or
No,
are you
but
just
this is
bringing that
my...
up?
No, yeah, I'm bringing it up because this is my attack
Not
on the fan
overrated.
base.
but
Yes, he
continue.
is.
No, it's not.
He's
Continue.
never hit above 300. Okay.
And he's in his third season with the team.
Fourth. This is his fourth.
Okay, but he's played in 3 full seasons.
Okay, that's fine. He still's never hit above 300.
Well, if, I mean,
Hitting
he's-
above
if he's hitting
300, maybe what, like
280s,
50 players in the league hit above
280s,
300?
290. Yeah, I mean,
Probably
that's,
more than that.
In the outfield, too, he's hitting in the 280s or 290s as an outfielder.
He
Means
hit
you're in the
260 something last year.
Okay, but
got
he still
good
had. I
power.
think he came close to 30 home runs. I mean, in the year before that, I know
don't
he hit
think
above
was anywhere
260.
near 30 home runs. He's
well,
not.
that's
one of
Yes.
those years I thought he was.
And he did save us with that catch in the playoffs when
Yeah.
we won the title. He's
Oh,
a
so
great
now-
outfielder.
he's
now
not
we're
a
looking
bad
back
outfielder.
at
He's
just
a
one
great.
play.
He's a great outfielder.
No, I'm not going to look at that one play. I think he's a pretty good outfielder.
For his age,
Yeah,
he's
fine,
a solid
defensively.
outfielder.
yeah,
And he's a solid hitter.
but he's not like an amazing outfielder.
He's a good overall player.
Yeah.
I don't think he's overrated. I don't think anyone's
He's-
calling
you're
him.
taking
he's
shots at the
overrated.
wrong
I don't
guy.
think. Yeah, honestly, I don't
Why?
think anyone's.
Who else
I
are you gonna take
don't think
shots at?
anyone's calling him like the next coming
Yes,
of
they are.
fucking
People
Mookie
don't.
Betts.
People would
plenty
never
of people
trade
you
that
could take
guy.
shots
People would
of.
never trade
I wouldn't
Benintendi.
trade him either.
Oh, he's got his cute little nickname, Benny. Everybody loves the guy. He's not good.
What's
he's
not
not
to love?
good.
Sorry, what's not to love?
The fact that he's not good.
He is good.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is.
He's,
Yeah,
he's
he's good.
average. He's maybe slightly above average. That's it.
I would call him a good outfielder.
Okay, yeah, fine. He's good defensively.
You know, like as an outfield player, he's a good player.
Do you need to go out and get another big bat in this lineup?
No,
Our
no, no.
lineup's already-
Okay, listen. He's good. Okay.
Oh, so he's good.
he's
still
good. You're right. He's
developing.
good, but he's overrated by the fan base. Is my point.
I don't know. I don't think anyone's.
Every
I think
year,
this
yes,
is
it is.
more of an issue with the fans than it is.
Yeah,
with
I
the
agree. And
It
you said
is.
you're coming at the wrong guy. I don't think.
Who else am I going to
anyone's-
come at? I called Devers fat. I can come at other guys too. He
You're
can't-
running out of guys to come at, yes, but like I don't
Benintendi
think
can't
anybody.
hit. He can't hit in the leadoff spot. They tried it out last year. It didn't work, and it's still not working.
I don't think he's
he has
a leadoff
one
hitter.
hit all year.
Sure,
one
he's
hit
had-
all year.
Everyone has
One hit in
slumps.
5 games.
Every
It's
single
5
year we
games.
hear, "Oh, Benintendi's going to have this big breakout year."
Nobody
He
says
never has
that
it.
every
yes,
year.
Yes, they do.
No, they
yes, they
don't.
do. Do you go on Red Sox
And he
Twitter?
doesn't. It's
They
not like he
over-
doesn't develop, or it's not like he doesn't deliver. Like
What do you
he
mean?
hasn't had bad. He hasn't had one bad season for us.
I just told you last year he hit 260 something.
That
That's
is
a bad year.
That is not that bad for an outfielder.
what
Given his
do you mean not that
given
bad?
his
That's-
stolen
what is it?
bases, RBIs, and home runs, plus his outfielding,
Oh,
that's
he's
not
running.
a bad year.
He's base running. He's running the 2 outs in the last 2 nights.
Do I need to
why are you
pull up
like
his
trying
stats?
to talk up a 260 as being a good year?
High 260.
260's
That's
pretty-
almost 270.
260 is pretty mediocre.
267.
I mean, how you gonna? Why you keep saying that it's good for an outfielder too? Some of the outfielders are some of the best hitters in the game. For a left fielder hitting 260 something, whatever he hit last year, he's not. I mean, he's not a bad
I still
player.
think he's a good player.
He's okay. He's okay. He's a nice little piece. He's nothing more than that. And we're not seeing any progression in him.
He is
That's
a
my
good
point.
player.
Okay, of
Period.
course you say that.
What do you want
Not
to
really
do with him?
surprised. You think
Trade him?
I mean, for an arm, maybe after this
I
year.
would trade him for an arm.
I mean, I wouldn't trade him right now until he starts playing better and his value gets up, though.
Yeah.
Because right now you're not going to get much for him.
Oh, so over his career with the Red Sox, his first season with the Red Sox in 100 at-bats, 295. The next year, 90 RBIs, 155 hits, 270. Our title season, 290, 87 ribbies. And the year after that, 267 with 70 ribbies. That's really not bad for an outfielder.
So he's okay, but he's overrated by the fan base.
If you couple that with everything else he does, he's a good player.
Like what? He doesn't
with
know
his
how to run the
base running
bases. He doesn't know
and
how
with
to
his
run the
outfield.
bases.
He doesn't. He hardly.
And he has a-
He hardly knows how to run.
He has a killer
You ever
arm.
see him run?
No.
He runs like a 5-year-old. Like,
I think
on the
he runs
playground.
hard. His career batting average is 275. He's got 50 dingers in 4 years. That's good numbers.
That's not hitting for power, though.
I mean, I'm
People
not
talking
saying he's
about
a
him as
power hitter. That's a bonus.
So wait. So his batting average isn't that good, and he doesn't hit for power.
275 is not a bad batting average. That's
He's
above.
really-
That's well above the overall MLB average.
Okay, that's fine, but people hold him to this pedestal. He's not that much better than JBJ.
I'm just
He's
saying
really
that
not.
I don't think
He's really
people
not.
hold him to this pedestal that you're
Well,
claiming
if you want to
they
talk
do.
about overrated, JBJ is wildly overrated.
No, I think we've had this debate on the show along me and him. Yeah,
and he's
he
had
is.
over 20 stolen bases in 2 out of his 4 seasons as a starter. So 2 out of his 3 seasons as a starter, because he's only been a starter for 3 seasons. So
Still
20
runs
stolen
in the house.
bases is a good feat. I'm fine with what he does.
That's what you do. I know. You look at the bright side with every player. I look
No,
at the
man.
dark side. No, that is what it is. You think JBJ's good too, which he's not.
That's
He's
besides the
literally
point.
not.
I know you're getting beaten in this Benintendi
I'm pretty sure.
discussion.
I'm not
I'm
getting
pretty sure
beaten.
last
Yeah,
time we
you are.
had this conversation.
We've already determined that he can't hit for power, and his batting average is average at best.
275 is above
he's-
average.
But Jesse loves guys
That's
that
not,
play
like, way
defense
above
and
average,
barely
though.
run the bases.
I mean, I'd love to find out what the league average is for hitting, because I
can
bet
look it up
that's
right
almost
now.
20 points above average.
I still don't care about that. The guy's not that good.
He is.
No, he's not.
He is.
Okay.
He's clutch. He's a good player.
Why is
And
he
he's-
clutch? Why
and
is he
he's
clutch? Because he
25.
made one diving catch in the outfield. That makes him clutch.
He's had more hits than
Really?
that.
What
Oh,
are
do I?
they?
Oh, you're gonna be one of those guys.
In
No, you're just talking the talk.
2018, the league batting average was 248.
So he's 30 points above average for his career. Like, come on, he's a good player. He's not average.
okay.
He's not average. He's not just a little above average. He's a good player. At
No.
25 years old,
I would agree with that.
thank
He's
you.
not progressing anywhere. He's not getting better anywhere. So maybe he'll just be
for
a solid
this
player.
5-game sample size. Like, are you kidding me?
Look what he did last year.
Some players don't come into their all-star status until they're 28, 29, 30 years
he's
old.
running to outs all year. I'm not going to give this guy a free pass.
Oh, it's not
He's-
giving him a free
yes, he is.
pass.
He's
You're
not
jumping
that
down
good.
his throat. That's what I would call
He's
it.
really
not
are.
that good. He's
Okay,
not.
well, we're going to move on because
Yeah, 'cause
this
we're-
isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, we're just going
You
to talk in
lost.
circles.
That's
I
fine.
didn't lose anything.
Okay, yeah.
How did I lose?
We'll see what the
How
people
did I
have
lose?
to say. Because
did I
I
lose?
disprove
Yeah,
what
Oh,
you
why?
had to
Why?
say.
Because the fanboys that listen to our show that
See,
are going to
that's
take your
that's
side.
what your problem. Your problem is with the fanboys.
Yes,
It's
it
not
is. I
Andrew
said that to
Benintendi.
start it.
So
It's not
why-
him.
Oh,
It's
now
the
everybody
fan
that
base.
So why do you?
now
have to-
everybody that listens to our show is a fanboy, according to RJ.
Yeah,
Why
the
do you have
majority
to-
of them are.
Why do you have to like try to make your point by saying Andrew Benintendi isn't that good when you could just make your point and say, "Fuck you, fanboys! Stop overrating Andrew Benintendi."
Because
You know
yes,
he's
that's
good.
true, and yes, he's not that good.
Whatever.
I'll settle with he's good, leaning towards average. That's
No.
the best you're going to get out of me.
I mean, I don't
Because he
need
hasn't
any
shown
more
any
from
more
you.
than that.
It doesn't surprise me that you would take this stance, but because it's typical to your anti-fans.
It
but
doesn't surprise me that you go the other way.
I have the numbers to back
No,
my
you've
claim
never
up.
had a negative thing to say about a Boston sports player,
That
and that's
is-
a fact.
that is just not
That's
true.
a fact. We'll move on now. Want to move on?
I mean,
you said you wanted
we
to
can
move
move on, but that's not true, and everybody knows that.
I don't know about that.
Okay, what's that? Norman
All right.
Olden.
We got my friend Norman here, fan of the show, on the line. Norm, you are live with the JDA Show. What's going on, man?
Hey guys, how you doing?
How you
good.
doing?
First off, just want to say thanks for having me. Big fan of the show. Listened to every episode so far.
Hey, inaugural caller here, so that's pretty special. We're happy to have you.
You sound nervous.
No, I've been drinking a little.
I love it.
We love it. We love it. What do you? They're bowing out by or before the second round.
See,
So,
I wish you
so
would- I
now you
wish-
can't say that I pick every Boston team to
No,
advance
I don't
everywhere.
count the Bruins. 'cause
Oh,
you're
you don't
not
count the
emotionally
Bruins.
invested into
Oh,
the
so you're
Bruins.
saying- Yeah,
I was just
you're
going to
not a
say.
You're saying just so I only
You're not
pick
a
the
Bruins
Patriots
fan,
and the
that's
Celtics
why.
to win the title.
I was
every
just
year.
going to say I would love if you'd have a take like that for the Celtics, but I know you never
Well, I would
would.
never have
You
a
never
stupid
would
take
because
like
you're a
that.
Celtics fan. You're not really a Bruins fan.
Well, you'll
don't
see
like
this
hockey.
year when the Celtics are playing in the finals. You'll see.
Well, what happens if the Bruins end up in the finals?
And I'm being wrong about the Bruins, but I know one team I won't be wrong about is the Celtics. But
I still respect the negativity. I like it.
Sure, yeah.
I like the take.
I don't know.
We're getting somewhere. One of these days, it's going to be nice.
negative.
They've
Celtics take.
they've rode this core as long as they could, in my honest opinion, and I think they're gonna.
They missed their chance last season.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Last chance.
Maybe they could have
last
even.
season was their chance.
It was too big of a blow to them. I really, Chara. They just need to rehaul this team, in my opinion. I'm not the biggest hockey guy, and it's not Chara's fault, but like. I don't like the way the team's built.
These guys still have it in the tank. These guys still have it in the tank. I mean, it's literally coming down to it. But like, Marchand, Bergeron, Chara, not so much Chara, but they've all still played up to their potential pretty much for the season. I mean, they dominated the Eastern Conference throughout the regular season.
And it's unfortunate there was that big layoff, and they've kind of, because I think all year it was motivating them. Like, we left that one on the table, we got to go get it. And then, bam, you're off for 5 months. I don't know if we're having a little Freaky Friday situation, but I think they're going to win the entire thing. I do, and I think they're done. Yep.
That would be awesome.
But if they don't, they're not. I think they're going early. Question for you, though. So you're shitting on them, but you tried when they got King, you tried to back out of our bet that we had about going to the steakhouse.
Wow.
When I told you New England was going to win the division. So pick it. Do you want to do the bet or do you not want to do the bet?
Well, I mean, it does make a difference now that they signed Cam Newton
okay,
after
so do you,
our
right now,
do you want to do the bet or don't
do you think the Patriots are going to win the division? Yes or no? It's as simple as that.
Yes.
Don't sit on the fence.
No.
Okay.
I'll still buy you a steak dinner if the Patriots win the division.
All right, deal. Vice versa. And you're picking... so you can pick anybody. I got the Patriots.
I got
you
the
got
Bills.
the field. No, I'll give you the field. That's how confident I am.
Fine. Well, I mean, it's basically the Bills or the Patriots. If the Jets or the fucking Dolphins win it, then
yeah, that'd be
you
bad.
owe me like a fucking gold-plated steak dinner.
Deal. That sounds good. What's going on, everyone? We are back. Oh, wait, sorry. Not we. I, Dick, RJ, or whatever you want to call me, is back with another episode, the 15th episode. I really don't know what to call it. I don't even know if I should call this the JDA Show anymore. But there's no J, there's no A, it's just a D. It's just the Dick Show, but I'm here with my good friend Peter, who came in last minute to fill in. Peter, what's going on?
How's it going?
Thanks for joining.
Good to be here.
Yeah, so I'm not going to get too much into why Jesse and Andy aren't here. All I'm going to say is, they don't care about the podcast like I do, and I'm gonna leave it at that. So they don't know that this is going on right now, so this probably isn't going to go over well with them. This episode is going to be out tomorrow. It's Sunday night, August 16th. So, yeah, that's probably not going to go over well, so who knows if we'll ever even do another show together. So, you'll definitely be hearing from me. But, yeah, it's not going to go over well.
I want to see my boy Curry back in the finals.
Yeah, the guy that's not in the top 20.
Oh, give me a break.
I wonder if I've ever actually read off my list of the 20 players I'd take over Curry on the air. I don't know. I think I might have already done it, so I'm not going to...
There are not 20 players better than Steph Curry in the NBA.
How many rings does Curry have?
What, 3?
No, you're wrong. He has 0. 2 of them he only got because of KD, and the other one he only got because Kevin Love and Kyrie went down.
That's not true.
I used to say that this guy, he's not Batman, he's Robin. That'd be my joke. I was wrong. He's not Batman, he's not Robin, he's Alfred, the butler, is what I see.
Give me a fucking break.
He's your third fiddle. I think
third fiddle? What do you think, Klay Thompson's above him?
I think Klay Thompson's a better defender.
Okay.
I think he is. Steph Curry's a liability on defense.
No, Curry is a good defender.
I don't know about that.
He is. He's always getting steals. He's a great defender. He's a better
Mark my
overall
words,
player,
Warriors
no doubt.
will never win another championship with Steph Curry. Guy's not a winner.
Not true.
Shut down. He got shut down in that
That's
series against Toronto once everybody went down. The guy didn't even want to be there. He's soft.
Not soft.
Mentally and physically.
You wait. He'll be back in there.
Yeah, we'll see.
What's going on, everyone? Another episode of the JDA Show coming at you. Episode 16. I'm RJ, and I'm a fucking snake. Jesse, Andy, I'd like to just take this moment to apologize for trying to do that last episode without you. Didn't realize how horrendous it would be. Peter, obviously not much of a help, so glad to have you guys back. Could you ever forgive me?
Definitely couldn't forgive you there, RJ, but I'm really happy to be here, back on board, episode 16.
RJ, it's okay, buddy. I mean, we kind of fell through on the plans. I'll admit my fault to it, but just happy to have all 3 of us back together.
Yep. So,
all right, sweet. So,
fuck you, RJ. Just good. Second, I was right about these old choking frauds losing in the second round. That's all I gotta say.
But I know another team that's a bunch of choking frauds. It's the 2010 Celtics. That team is a bunch of choking frauds.
The team that lost in the NBA Finals because Perkins went down.
How many 3-2 leads did the Celtics blow? That team, 2?
1,
to the second best player of all time, and 2 because Kendrick
So you're making up
Perkins went down.
excuses. They're chokers, and they
No.
underachieve.
So you have a real personal attachment to these guys losing in the second round. If you're going to start bringing up the old Celtics.
I feel like this just got really
the Bruins
personal.
are underachievers.
Why are you
too,
bringing
I'll
up
admit it.
2010 Celtics, bro? You're living in the past?
No, because we had this
10 years
conversation.
ago?
Trying to make me look bad.
Whatever.
We had this conversation outside of this, so why can't we have it here?
Well, it's
I'll
not
admit that
it's not the same terms here. This
they're
is
both
different.
chokers, and they both are underachievers.
Yeah,
The
both
Bruins-
organizations, but this is a different. This year the Bruins underachieved. The Celtics didn't underachieve in 2010. They overachieved.
Correct. I don't.
They were a
disagree.
4 seed.
I agree.
And they
but
took the LA Lakers.
They still choked it. They were up 3-2. You choked it away.
When you lose your starting center in Game 6, it's you're undersized against a big Lakers team with 2 7-footers.
Can you at least admit that they underachieved? That team, they should have got a second chance.
As a whole, the Big 3 era underachieved. They should have won 2 rings.
All right, agreed.
But in 2010, they didn't underachieve. They overachieved.
But they choked.
I guess, but they lost their starting center.
All right, fair enough. We don't have to get too. Call them Doughboy in an interview, and everyone thought that's because they were saying you soft. Are you gonna turn that off?
Can you fucking relax? It was
Like,
twice.
how many times is that gonna happen?
That was twice.
Last time we
fucking
did an
happened.
episode, it did it 3
Holy
times.
shit! Calm down.
And Andy's got mad biddies.
And I
Calm down.
And I listened to your guys' episode, and it did it twice. Can you hit the mute button?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Twice it happened?
Yeah, like
Just a little
You can't turn the volume down.
Girls, sports.
Yeah, back to sports.
Jesus, back to fucking N'Keal Harry. So N'Keal Harry's into thicker women. So
yeah.
what?
And I think he's been bad in camp. And this is another guy that needs to fucking show up.
Yes.
Yeah, so what, you guys got nothing to say? Big surprise.
Oh, you're talking to me about N'Keal Harry being into thick women. What am I supposed to say on that? How am I supposed to expand on that?
Why don't you give a fucking take on him going into the season?
Who ain't into thick women?
What are you talking about now? I'm talking about... What the fuck? Got a response.
N'Keal Harry will start slow because he's taking some time off.
I've actually... No, okay. All kidding aside. I've actually heard that Cam Newton and N'Keal Harry have been building a good rapport in practice together. Seriously, I did hear that.
That's good to hear.
Okay.
All right. All right, so we'll talk a little Tom Brady. So we watched that game Sunday. How'd you feel about Brady's performance or the Bucs' performance? And I'll start things off. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. And I don't know if you guys heard Bruce Arians' comments.
Yep.
And he was kind of throwing Brady under the bus.
He said he wants to see more determination and grit from Tom Brady this week.
That coach is a complete fuckhead. Like, hey, buddy, how about you teach your team to have a little fucking composure or a little bit... Muff the fucking kick. Jumped off sides on 4th down. Like, just...
Yeah.
No, like... Who that guy's a fucking idiot. Like,
yeah, put it on,
who do you
put it
think
on
you are?
Brady.
And it makes me mad. And because I will always like and respect Brady, but it like hurts me to see him play for that trash fucking team where Mike Evans had a bad fucking holding call. You've got him blaming Bruce Arians blaming Brady for the interceptions too, where I'm pretty sure looked like one of the times Mike Evans didn't run the right play.
Yeah,
and it's just like
I told you guys there's a lot of egos, and it starts with Mike Evans. I think I mentioned it to you just the other day that like this dude is a guy who will sulk, he will complain, like he will throw his hands up at his
dog.
quarterback.
He's a dog.
Like,
he's just.
I don't know. I think it's a little early to say what kind of what you're saying. You call them a trash team or whatever, trash organization. Like,
well, they are a trash organization.
I don't know. It's still they're under a culture change. It's only Bruce Arians' second year now. Give them time. Who do they have this week? Do you know? Carolina. They're probably going to steamroll Carolina. Look really good. I mean, it was the Saints. No preseason, limited training camp. I think they're going to be just fine. And Brady didn't look great. Yeah, he didn't look really great at all or good. But
how about Gronk? Mister, you say he's going to get 10 touchdowns. That guy is fucking fried.
No, dude. He was playing a blocking role most of the game.
Dude,
like,
he looked...
he looked old.
Both times he caught the ball, he looked horrible.
I didn't think that.
He looked slow.
I didn't think that.
He is...
You thought he looked slow?
He is done. Yes.
I mean, I know he's not
what do you mean?
fat. Oh, he was
You got to go back
fast,
and watch the highlights. Go back and watch
I watched the whole game.
And you think he looked good from that game?
He only got targeted, 3 or 4 times? He was blocking most of the game.
And when he caught the ball, he looked...
There was a guy right on him.
He could not move.
Both times. He got hit quick.
I can't believe that you watched that game and you took any positives away.
You're gonna
from
tell
him.
me you're gonna
Because
say
he's
that,
on his fantasy.
you're gonna
team.
say that Gronk's
He
washed
is on
after
his
one
fantasy
game?
He hasn't played in like 2 fucking years, so I will say that.
He's not washed.
And he did not look good his last year in New England either.
He's not washed.
The whole Tommy and Gronky thing that they did was horrible.
Oh, the best friends test? I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, of course the fanboy just
Are you
loves
kidding
him.
me?
You kidding me? I know everyone here laughed at the ring. What's your favorite ring? And he's like, Gisele's gonna love this one. That was funny.
That's what he fucking sounds like. He's fucking an
funny.
idiot, dude.
It was funny.
I like those guys.
Gotta look
but,
at fucking Brady's fucking Botoxed face the entire fucking time.
No proof that he's got Botox.
There's proof.
It's yeah.
No, it's just because from the TB12 method and all the water he drinks.
I wonder how Alex Guerrero feels about all those fucking needles he's putting into his face.
Nah, no
Looks
needles.
like shit.
Brady, if you're listening, can you come and tell my guys that you haven't had Botox yet? You're not that old, and you're not at that stage of your life. And Brady's not the type of guy who would go and get Botox. He doesn't care what he looks like.
Yes, he does. He's all about his image.
Nah,
he cares.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he's about his image, his image, but he's not about his.
No, he's about his looks too.
He's not gonna put needles to keep himself looking
He
young.
used to get hair plugs.
His wife is a fucking supermodel.
And I
You
think-
don't think she knows all about that stuff?
And I think
They all
he
do
dyes
that.
his hair, right? I mean, his
Probably.
hair is like a lot darker than it used to be.
He talks in these videos and
all natural.
His face from his eyes down to like his freaking upper
Yeah.
cheeks, like they don't move.
All right,
He
I'm gonna
doesn't
look it
move.
up right now.
Go ahead, look it up. You're just. This is what I mean when I call you a fanboy. You're getting all offensive about
He
this
looks like
negative
he
Brady
looks like
talk.
Caitlyn Jenner.
He looks like shit. That's all I gotta say. And oh yeah, what I was putting on Twitter, he would still be here if it wasn't for his wife, who got in his ear and dictated his decision. I firmly believe that now.
Yeah, she's probably making him get Botox.
Yeah, he's, like I put on Twitter, pussy whipped.
What's going on, everybody? Dick here, and you just listened to part 1 of the JDA Show's Best Moments of Year 1 episode. I tried to record an intro message for you guys, but it would not work, and I'm well aware how shitty I sound right now as I'm recording on my laptop. But you just heard the best moments, or maybe even the worst moments, some of those horrible takes from the first 18 episodes. You heard it in chronological order. And I'm going to try and get part 2 out in the next month or so, and you're going to be hearing the best moments from episodes 19 through 36. So I'll be looking forward to get that out to everybody. And tomorrow we are going to have episode 37 recording tomorrow morning, so we should have that out by tomorrow midday. So I'm looking forward to that. Celtics are down right now as I'm watching the game, so I hope Jesse's ready for a real shitstorm tomorrow morning. But yeah, that's going to be it, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.